Hi everyone, welcome to W3 CodePad and my name is Arunodaya. In this particular video, I will discuss about the Laravel layouting. So when you are developing a web application website, we may have different layouts look and feel for different pages of our web application, or we may use only one layout throughout the website. For small application, we can do that. How to do layouting in Laravel easily. So Laravel provides two different ways. One is component layout and the second one is a template inheritance. It is totally depends upon you what you want to use. You can go for component layouting or you can go for the template inheritance. So let's see how to do layouting in Laravel. So as you see in this screen, this is the template for my website. And this is the HTML designed by the designer. I'm just using this design template for my website. As you see in the screen, this section is called the header section. So it will be the same for all the pages. It should come in my layout section. The second section you see, this is also the breadcrumb section, and this should be also same for all the layout, but this particular name of the page will change only. And at the bottom of this breadcrumb there is a section, and this section is the dynamic section of my website. That means whenever I click about, it will change. When I click courses, it will change. So this part is the dynamic part of my website. And if you scroll down, and there is a section, this particular section is the count section. So it is the same for all the pages. And the below this is the footer section of my website, and it should come in my layout. That means it will be same for all the pages. So how to do this? In Laravel, we can accomplish this layouting by using component layout or inheritance templating. So I will tell you about the component right now. So let's open the HTML files and create the layouts. So for in Laravel, we'll create layout.blade.php file. So if you go to the command prompt here, this command prompt, I'm just writing the artisan command. So the artisan command is php artisan make component, and the name of the component layout, I'm just write layout. So what it will do is it will create a component folder inside the view and create blade file layout.blade.php file. Just close it, and if you open the resource view folder, this is the resource and this is the view folder. Inside the view folder you see there is a components folder just now created by the command artisan command. And if you click here, you see there is a blade file layout.blade file. This is the component just now I created. So this particular file is completely blank right now. Where what I do I will copy the HTML file from my about HTML file. I'll remove the dynamic part and I will keep the header, footer, the breadcrumb part. Just delete this thing and open the HTML given to me. This is the HTML about.blade.about.html file. So this file I'll open, and I will keep this particular all these things I'll keep in my layout.blade.php file, and also the header part and the footer part. Okay, I'll remove this particular dynamic part because this is dynamic. It will change in my this will change for all corresponding pages. So that's why I have to remove this thing. Okay, so let's open the about.blade.about.html file, and if you see this, and I'm just selecting, this is the HTML page, and if you see, go down, and this is the header part, header section, and it is showing the menu here. And if you the header ends here, and if you scroll down here you see the breadcrumb, and it is showing the page name here. So this part is the header and breadcrumb. I'll keep this thing in my layout because this is constant for all the pages. So that's why I'll keep this thing in my layout file. If you see this below this header and breadcrumb, this is the section called about section. This section is basically changing. This is the dynamic content of my page at my website. So this is the end of the section. So what I'll do is I'll just select all the content. This is section. This is the about section. So what I'll do is open this. This is the about section. This is the dynamic area. So just copy this thing and just select this thing. And this is the end of the about. Just Control X, and I'm just removing this thing. Now if you see, this section is completely blank right now, because inside this section I will display my dynamic content. Okay, so to display the dynamic content, I'll just print one variable that is called slot. So this is the dynamic variable. The dynamic variable, if you want to print the dynamic variable, you just print the slot variable. Slot variable contains the dynamic data if you are using the component based layouting. Okay, now this is okay. Now the one thing in the breadcrumb, this about us, it is showing. This should be the name of the page, corresponding page. If you are in the about page, it should display about. If you are in courses page, it should display courses. So this would be the dynamic one. So I'll print $title or page name. You just said page underscore name. I'll create this variable. So right now the layout. So this is my layout file. Control C and just copy and paste it here. This is my layout file. So in layout.blade.php file, what I did actually, I just removed the static content and I just print the slot here and page name. So there is two variable in the layout.blade.php file, $page name and $slot. That's it. Now the layout is complete. Now I have to create two pages, about and courses. So about now you see the courses page also, this is the dynamic area, and about page, this is showing the slot, no problem. Now if you see, this is the about page. Okay, and this is the content area. So what I'll do is I'll create about.blade.php file and courses.blade.php file. Two files I have to create. So just create in view, resource view folder, just create about.blade.php, and now this file is completely blank because I am creating this file. Now what I'll do is you just use the component layout. This is my component layout. The layout name is layout.blade.php file. I want to use this component. So in about.blade.php file, I just want to use the component. So to use the component, you start with a tag x-layout. So this is the name of the component. Why I'm writing layout? Because the name of the file is layout.blade.php file, that's why. And before the layout, you just use x dash. The x dash is saying that this is a component actually. So open this tag and close this tag. Close this tag. Now inside this component, that means I am using the component here. Inside the component, you can write the content of the page, about page. Okay. Just I'm copying a paste, or you just copy the content of the about page from the here about.html page. So if you see this section, this is the about section. You can copy and paste here. You just copy it, and this is the end of the section. And Control C. I'm going to the about.blade.php file and paste it here. File save. Similarly, we can create another file called courses.blade.php file. coursesblade.php file will be the same. There is a view folder. Inside the view folder, create another file called courses.blade.php. Courses.blade.php file. Okay. So here I also use the same as similar to the blade file about.blade.php file. We can use the component x dash layout and close the layout here. So this is the component, and in between this component I can copy the HTML of the courses. So if you open this, open the courses folder, courses.html file. This is my courses.html file. Here if you see the dynamic content, this is the course section. You see the course section here, and you just copy it. I'm just copying the content. So that means this is the content of your page. Okay, Control C and coming to my coursesblade.php file and copy and paste it here. So this is my courses page. Okay, so only one thing here, the tag is x layout and the closing tag is /x layout, and in between these two tag you can put your page content, whatever HTML if you want to write, you can write it. This is the way you can use it. In the layout.blade.php file we have two variables. One is slot file. The slot is $slot is basically the content of the page. In about.blade.php this is the content. All these things will go to the slot variable, and in the courses.blade.file these are all the things. Whatever content is there inside the x layout tag will go to the $slot variable. So there is another variable called $page name. This variable I have to define in my pages about.blade.php file. So how to define a variable? Slot variable, automatically Laravel will take this thing as a slot variable. But there is another variable in layout.blade.php file that is called page name. So for that you can write x name, and the name of the variable is page underscore name. And here you can write, and the name of the page is about us and close x slot. So this is the variable. If you want to define a variable, you can define the variable like this. So here in the about.blade.php file you just define this, and similarly in the courses.blade.php file you just define the thing. Here you only change the name of the page is courses. Now two pages I have created, about.blade.php file, and here x layout component has been used, and the bottom I have just closed the x layout component. Here I have defined the variable page name by using x slot, and similarly the courses blade.php file, and the layout blade.php file I have just used or print variables here. The slot variable, this is the dynamic content, and this is the variable page name in the name of the page. Now save all the files and just creating in the layout blade.php file. If you see this menu, hyperlink is just changing about courses and trainers. These are the routes I will create for the links. Open the web.blade.php file so that I can create it. So here I have to create two routes for about, plus about function, return view. My blade file is about.blade.php file. That's it. So this is how we can create it. Similar to this, I can create one layout, one route for courses. So two routes I have created. Now start the server has been started. Now if you go to the about page /about, this is the route, it should display the, now about page is being displayed. Here if you see this layout is being displayed, and this is the name of the page is being displayed, about page, and here this is the dynamic content it is displaying. If you scroll down, the footer is also is being displayed here. So if I click here in the courses, so you see the name of the page changed. I'm in the courses page and the content is displaying here. The dynamic content changed and the footer is also there as it is, like other pages. So in this way we can we can implement layout. Like here I have used only one layout. We can create more than one layout for different pages. For example, if you want to create a new layout for trainer space, so you can do that. So if you want to create more than one layout page, what you can do is you can create another layout for your trainers pages. So here this is my layout.blade.php file, and if you open this file, I want to change this. I want to save this file as layout1blade.php file. For example, if you save this file, save as, that means I'm duplicating this particular layout blade.php file to layout1.blade.php file. So a new file has been created, layout1.blade.php file, and here what I am doing is I'm just changing something in the header part, the bootstrap part section here, so that I can distinguish or differentiate the two layouts. So let's see how to do that. If you see this bootstrap class is there, what I want to make, I want to change the color of this banner. This is green, I want to make it blue or something like that. So for that, if you check it out here, inspect, and let's see how to change the color of this particular banner. If you click here and if you click this particular here, so it is displaying the div and the breadcrumb is this, and this is the main, or this is the breadcrumb class. You go to the breadcrumb class, let's see where exactly the image. This is the background breadcrumb, and if you change it to some red color, suppose red, so this is the class css file 526. So if we open the css file, style.css file here, open style.css, and assets file folder is there, and 527 I think, and go to 526, and go to the 526, and here you see this is breadcrumb, this one. I just copy this thing. I'm just copying one. I'm changing the, creating another class here, and here this breadcrumb one, I'm just putting a 1, and I'm changing the color to something like blue color. Okay, so that I can easily differentiate the, okay, now the color has been changed. File save. Now okay, and here in my layout1.blade.php file, I'm just putting 1 here. I've changed the class breadcrumb class from breadcrumbs to breadcrumbs 1. Now this is a new layout I have created, layout1.blade.php file. So what I want actually, for the trainer space, I want to use this layout1blade.php file. For that, what I have to do is I want to create one. I do not have this trainer space right now, so this trainer space is not there. So create one trainer space here in your view file, in your view folder. Just create one trainers blade.php file, trainers.blade.php file, and here I want to use my new layout, that is X layout 1. This is my new layout, and here I can close it, and here the slot should be there just like your blade file. Just copy this thing from the courses blade.php file, and here you can write trainers, Now after that you can write the content from the trainer for the trainer. So I'm just writing S2. This is list of trainers, list of uh, trainers, like this. You can create like this. So this is the content for the page, only one line is there. So if you save this file and go to the page again, and about, now you see this is my about page. If you go to the courses, this is my courses page. The about and courses page using the same layout, that is layout.blade.php file. When I'm clicking on trainers, so it should use a new layout. So you see this is the new layout I have been used here. Okay, so there is some little mistake here. What I have to do is the slot is not closed properly. A slot, now file save. Then when you click on the trainers, now you see the trainer layout is having this banner blue, whereas the about and the courses page taking a different layout. So if you go to the trainers and if you scroll down also, this is the content of the trainers. I'm only one line. This is the count, and the footer is also there. This footer, the header are exactly same, but the color changed. This is the new layout. In this way we can take, or we can create many layouts for a website. Very easily we can implement the component based layouting. In the next video I'll tell you how to do layouting by inheritance layout. So if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel, like and share the video so that you can see more interesting video on this channel.